Seventh race field. Breeders' Crown Final. Open trotters lined up. Here they come to a start. There they go. And they're off and trotting. And leaving alertly on the outside, Up Your Dale with Southwind Coors to the inside. Also into the mix, French Wine. And then flank to the outside of that one, Lexus Cody. Wide to the opening turn, Hanners with Hill Exotic. In behind this first half of the group, you're on with Periculum looking for a seat. He'll find it along the pylons in front of Amigo Volo, the two-time Breeders' Crown champ. Parked out in the back is Logan Park. Inside Private Access, security protected early trailer, 26 and 2. They battle to the opening quarter and beyond, and it's Hill Exotic now taking over from Up Your Dale. With Southwind Coors following third. Lexus Cody settled in fourth for now as they go by 3/8. He's tracked fifth by French Wine. Then it's Periculum. Amigo Volo still parked in the back as Logan Park to the inside, Private Access and security protected. And there goes Lexus Cody out of fourth as Up Your Dale retakes the lead from Hill Exotic, 54 and 3. Down to the half. Up Your Dale leading them into this turn towards the 5/8 with Hill Exotic second and Lexus Cody an approving third. Second over trip being worked out by Bartlett with French Wine to the inside now. Locked up fifth is Southwind Coors. Periculum third over and within range. To the inside of him, Amigo Volo. And two more to Logan Park. Security protected and off stride in the back, Private Access. It's Up Your Dale at 32-1, leading them to the third quarter in 122-1. And Up Your Dale turns for the straightaway with a lead of 2. Chasing in behind him is Lexus Cody. Along the inside, Hill Exotic. Southwind Coors trying to get a rally going and continuing to close is French Wine for Bartlett. Here comes French Wine and Periculum furthest out. French Wine with the lead. He's got to hold off Periculum. French Wine to Periculum. French Wine. Bartlett with another. It's French Wine to take the open trot. Breeders' Crown over Periculum in 150-1. That is a new stakes record for the Breeders' Crown Open Trotters.
Randy, I said it in the pre-show. I said it just as they were on post-parade. I even said it to Jason, last night. He gives French Wine a perfect trip every single time. It's just a matter of, is he going to get there? He gave him another perfect trip, and he got there. I'm not sure if he got a little bit pacey, like he said that on those last two pylons, but I tell you what, it was enough to get his second Breeders' Crown this weekend.
Yeah, you called it halfway down the lane there. I was kind of watching Periculum at that point, but you called it Jason Bartlett, and he ends up getting the job done. Lexus Cody just didn't seem to have quite that fire tonight that we've seen coming from him, but all in all, race good. Logan Park, it looks like he's starting to get a little bit more activated.
We know Nancy Tactor, one of the best trainers that we have in the sport, but just by her standards, a down year without a doubt, but she's able to pick up a big victory here, getting it done in the Breeders' Crown Final with a horse that came into her barn just maybe a month ago as well.
Yeah, well, like I said, Nancy Tactor there, nobody has to do any accolades for her. She makes her own accolades.
All right, we see some nice finishes there up the inside. Southwind Coors picking up a pretty good piece of it as well. Periculum, like you said, it looked like he was going to be a big threat as he tipped off cover, but it's Jason Bartlett picking up Breeders' Crown win number 2 this weekend with French Wine.
Seventh race unofficial on the board. The winner, number 3, French Wine. Second, 7, Periculum. Third, number 5, Lexus Cody. Fourth to the 4, Southwind Coors, 3, 7, 5, 4. Unofficial on the board.
Bartlett here, of course, capturing this Breeders' Crown Final with French Wine. Take me through the trip, because it couldn't have worked out any better.
Yeah, I thought this race in particular was going to be a little bit of, positioning early in the first turn, and, I didn't think it was going to be cut and dry like it was last week. I figured there'd be a couple levers from the outside, and then, depending on what Yannick and Scott does going into the first turn, I had to kind of play off them and see. I kind of wanted to be behind one of them second or third over.
We'll talk about, obviously, Nancy taking over the training later on, but you took over the driving just a couple of starts ago. He's actually really finished up his miles well. He just couldn't quite get there the last couple of starts. But tonight, he really wanted this win.
Yeah, he gets a little pacey the last couple pylons, and even tonight after we pulled up, Scott said, I was hoping he'd get a little pacey on you there. So, but, he's been really good, ever since Nancy put me on him, and it's been a pleasure to drive him. He's a classy old horse, and tonight he showed up when it mattered.
A handful of Breeders' Crown drives this weekend. You picked up your first one last night. You get another one here tonight. This has to be a cool season for you.
Yeah, it's very memorable. I'm trying to take it all in and trying to enjoy it as much as possible. It's just grateful for the opportunities that I've gotten this year.
Congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
There you have it. Jason Bartlett teams up with Nancy Tactor to get the job done with French Wine in that open trot Breeders' Crown final.
Yes, and back to the Winback Farms winner's circle after capturing his Breeders' Crown Grade 1 final in the open trot division number 3 French Wine. 5-year-old bay horse by Bar Hopping is out of the Conway Hall Dam Creamy Mimi. French Wine bred by Marvin Katz and Al Lidfeld. Is owned by Daniel and Jean-Christophe Plouffe and One Legend Stable Incorporated. Trained to victory by Nancy Tactor back-to-back in this open trot division for Nancy. Jason Bartlett with his second Breeders' Crown victory of the weekend. Miguel Guerrero, the winning caretaker, 3 French Wine, who scores his 5th of the year in 12 tries, 16th lifetime score, 150-1 tonight. Establishes a new stakes record. Ties him as the co-fastest in Breeders' Crown history for trotters, along with Meshuggah, who we just saw back in race 6. 3 French Wine congratulated trackside as the trophy presentation being made on behalf of Walrus Farms by Ashley Bailey and Giovanni Flores. Congratulating the connections of French Wine, a Breeders' Crown champion.